Matic Ačko.
So that was the recipe. And now for a poem in English, which is very new. I've never done it before. And as some of you know, the usual time limit on slam competitions is 3 minutes, but because the German-speaking countries have longer words, you have like a 5-minute limit, right? And this particular poem is 4 minutes long, so it's like 1 minute over the Slovenian limit. And I hope I will do it without mistakes, and I will. It was written when we were in the aforementioned Slam festival in Cyprus, and the title is Talking to Shreya. So I was talking to Shreya, right? And she's Indian, by the way, and I'm Slovenian. Her grandfather came to India via a notorious train migration, leaving everything behind, enduring hours upon hours on a train with no food or water, carrying in his backpack the enormous pain and the void and the crack between them and the others. So far away from where I'm watching, a historical stain that I know nothing about. Because my parents grew up in Yugoslavia, saluting Tito and attending the Youth Day Festival with thousands of other pioneers, learning in school how we defeated the Germans and how socialism is the path to salvation, until the rigid Yugoslav machinery fell apart and my mom drove in a van through orchards by the Austrian border while being pregnant with me and knowing that the Serbian bombers could strike at any second. And luckily they never did, but crazy, right? So I was talking to Shreya, and it was really late. We talked till like 5 in the morning. I was just explaining to her how a classical guitar is different from an electric guitar, and then suddenly we were talking about Corona and college and the meaning of life and living with your parents, how the generations have changed and how the climate catastrophe is coming. Isn't it curious how these late-night conversations are so honest and deep and ever-flowing? I read somewhere that people are simply more honest when they're tired. And there was some wine involved as well, but not that much because there was still some left when we went to sleep. Anyway, yeah, I was talking to Shreya, and it was in a hotel lobby in Cyprus, and we were at the Slam festival that they're doing every year, and they like invite guests from abroad, and we even got paid, and the experience was so exhilarating. But that evening was my last, and I knew that I'd be on the plane the next day, and I just kept on talking so that things would not remain unsaid. But things are always left unsaid, I suppose. With me, anyways. But yeah, I was talking to Shreya, and what I was actually going to say is that at some point we were talking about contributing to the world and to the better future of mankind, as you would in those hours suspended in silence between yesterday and tomorrow. And she said how she feels bad about not being able to contribute as much as she wants to make a bigger difference, which really counts, to solve things quickly and efficiently. And I felt deeply why she said that. And it was simply because she's a good girl with a heart of gold. And the helping souls inevitably suffer in a helpless world. And so I tried to tell her that our contributions are much smaller than we dreamt they would be, but that doesn't mean they don't count. And that there is also timeless beauty in being a tiny particle of an immense style work of humanity, being all joined into an unspeakably complex fractal web of lives, actions, decisions, and luck, I guess. I was lucky to have talked to Shreya there in that hotel lobby in Cyprus. And that we could talk like that, like two sister souls, despite coming from the opposite sides of the world. I think that was my main point, actually. Because we are more alike than different, us humans. Yes, that was the main message. Adriana from Spain later didn't believe me that we were just talking. And she doesn't have to. I mean, Shreya and I were the only people there, and I hold no evidence. And so for all you know, we might as well have been to the moon. and back.